What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today we're doing a preview for Ireland's second game of the qualifying phase against Georgia at home in the Aviva Stadium at 7:45. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our sponsor for this video, OneFootball. OneFootball is an app that provides scores, match updates, transfers, news from over 106 leagues worldwide. It's such a good app. It's really easy to use, so easy to navigate, and the link in our description for it below. It's available on iOS and Android, so just go check it out.
Gary Breen said to download it.
Before we jump into it, this is being filmed before the Gibraltar game, but we're going to kind of take for granted that we won that game because it's surely, come on.
Great 6-0 win. Great 6-0.
But the Georgia game, home fixture. Georgia, never an easy team to beat, but how do you think it's going to go?
Well, growing up watching Ireland play, Georgia always kind of made me sick in my stomach anytime we played them.
We always seem to get them, don't we?
We always get them. And also they are, we never really give them a good thrashing, you know what I mean? They are always a tough game. It's always actually a pretty nasty game to watch, to be honest. It's a game that's usually like a 2-1 to Ireland or a 1-1. They're really tight affairs, and they have some very, very good players. I know you were talking about that young fella.
We'll move on to that in a minute or two. But soccer.
Yeah, well, hopefully we will be on the back of a good win against Gibraltar, which will be good with the confidence. It's 6-0 win. Just simply have to get the 3 points. There's no other way of looking at it. A draw will not be good coming into the Denmark-Switzerland games. I know we have 2 friendlies over the summer, but coming into the 2 qualifiers in June, we need to have 6 points on the board. Put us in the best position.
Because if you look at it, I think we drew with Georgia in our qualifying campaign for the World Cup. We drew them out there. It was a 1-1 draw. And the time before that for the Euros, it was a 2-1 win. And do you remember the McGeady spin? It was like a bit of magic and won us the game. So I think we always kind of beat them at home. Not comfortably, but 2 or 3-0, and then it's always a real battle out there. It's a matter of a goal. And so it's the home game, so you'd be expecting 3 points. So.
And when we were looking at Georgia and their stats and whatnot, they're ranked 91st in the world. But this, in my opinion anyway, is definitely Mick McCarthy's first real test as Ireland manager, because their team that Ireland have fallen up against and had difficulties against in the past. So if Ireland were to go out here and really get a comprehensive kind of emphatic victory, that would be very encouraging going forward into June.
It's a new era in Irish football with the whole Mick McCarthy situation. He's in for 2 years now before Stephen Kenny comes in. The FAI will be hoping for it's hard to have a rocking atmosphere at a Georgia game, but they'll be hoping to put bums on seats and have it nearly as full as possible. Especially with last year, we had 1 win in 9 in 2018. I noticed a few of the last games against Wales and Northern Ireland, the atmosphere was kind of flat, and there was no singing, especially your man with the bell, the singing section behind the main stand. That was kind of quiet, so the FAI and everyone around will be really hoping for a good atmosphere on Tuesday night.
Looking at Georgia, it's a completely different kind of side to Gibraltar. They've got threats going forward, which Gibraltar kind of don't really have at all. So it's going to be key for Ireland to keep an eye on players I was talking to you before about it. Georgie Chak Fitztadze is a player who plays in the Belgian league with Ghent, who aren't a bad side. They're in competition.
And known as well for very
he's only, I think he's 19, 20 years old. So he's only coming into this. He wouldn't have played Ireland before. He's only coming into the squad now, and he's linked to Liverpool and Tottenham before. So it kind of shows his pedigree. And also Valery Kvashvili, I think his name is, plays for San Jose Earthquakes in America, and he's supposed to be a very talented attacking midfielder. 25 years old, I think he is. So there's 2 kind of threats for Ireland that they need to keep an eye on.
These 2 lads, as you said, are unknown commodities when it comes to Ireland actually playing them. This is a very different Georgia team, I imagine, to what we played in the past as well. Even from looking at their recent games and stuff, their whole approach to football is completely different. They're traditionally, when we played them in the past, quite a defensive, conservative side, but they seem to be a lot more attacking, positive, playing through this kind of 19-year-old trick Willista or whatever in the centre attacking mid. So be interesting to see how Ireland deal with them.
You can't afford to be complacent against Georgia. It will be a step up from Gibraltar. Everyone in the Georgia team is either playing in the MLS. There's people in Asia, there's players in Asia, and there's a lot from Europe. We have to kind of give them respect and play as well as we can.
Because Georgia will definitely keep that physical kind of defensive approach to their game. They'll still be a hard team to get through, hard team to beat, hard team to score against. An early goal is crucial here. That kind of counter-attacking threat they have is going to add a new dimension to the game from the Ireland games in the past. But if you had to give a score prediction for this one?
I'm a bit of an optimist, but being realistic about it, maybe like a 2-1 Ireland. Yeah, I'd see it being quite a difficult game.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I say 2-0. I'd really like to see Coleman and Randolph to kind of grind out the clean sheet. Two clean sheets in a row would be very good for the team.
Anyway, we're going to jump into a few questions we got from Instagram, so yeah, we'll jump into them now. Question from Bilko Kakar. He asks, who else deserves a call-up from the LOI to the national squad?
Well, when I was looking at the squad list, I thought it was pretty disappointing that, not disappointing, like unfair, because Jamie Collins has been doing very well for Luton, but as in just that he's quite, it would have been nice to see someone like a Pat Hoban. Yeah, like it's League One, it's not arguably the same standard as League of Ireland, but it would have been nice to see someone like Pat Hoban who's quality, reliable striker, even just to get some recognition for that, maybe to get called up. Yeah,
It's won 28 goals that season.
Yeah.
For me, it would have been nice to see someone like a League of Ireland goalkeeper ahead of I think the Bournemouth's third choice keeper was called up. Wouldn't want to see someone like James Talbot kept 4 or 5 clean sheets.
Mark McNulty.
Mark McNulty maybe he's a bit old now, but Gary Rogers, I don't know. Maybe someone from the League of Ireland. What nice for a goalkeeper that's playing week in week out instead of a third choice keeper from I think it's Mark Travers with Bournemouth. Not disrespect him in any way, but this one might have been nice for like a player playing week in week out. It's kind of disrespect him a little bit for.
Is this Trevor's guy? He's a young fella, isn't he?
Young fella.
Yeah, well, like I mean, that's good in a way, you know, giving him a chance or whatever. But you are right. Like I mean, someone like Talbot has been like very good this season. It would have been nice to see him get recognition, but
Yeah. Dylan Pepper 10, and he asks, do you genuinely think we can qualify? Sock, we'll go to you first.
God, yes. It's hard to tell because Mick McCarthy hasn't managed an Ireland team in 16 years. This team is in a period of transition between the Martin O'Neill era, Mick McCarthy era. Jonathan Walters retiring there yesterday. Few new League of Ireland players coming in. I think if you ask me that question after these 2 games, I'll give you a better answer. But I do think we have the quality.
Yeah.
I think we can nick a few results against Switzerland. Fingers crossed we do.
I think we will. I think it's a pretty weak group compared to what we could have got. Obviously,
we were lucky.
you know, look, Denmark, like a good side. Obviously, we've had trouble against them before, but I mean, if that's really the worst,
Switzerland
as well. Like,
6 in the rankings.
yeah, but like I mean, Switzerland and Denmark are not, you know, your France's, your Spain's. They're not these like pillars of European football.
Yeah.
We can definitely nick results against these guys. I don't think we'll win the group by any means. I think it will probably be second place.
The away game against Georgia, like it's a must
huge
this
match.
time around. Like it's a must win. You have to get 6 points, get Gibraltar, 6 points against Georgia, and then the other 4 games they're just like kind of do what we can. The home games will be crucial. I feel like you have to kind of make the most of your home games, the fans behind you, and then what we can get away from home, just what we can get. But if I had to put my money on it, I feel like we'll come third in the group. If I had to put my money on it, just this group is like I genuinely feel
Not
like,
patriotic, man.
I feel like Switzerland and Denmark just have the players like Christian Eriksen for Denmark, like Shaqiri for Switzerland. The players like that kind of just like we don't have anyone like that. Can we just like change a game with like one shot or a free kick or
Robbie Brady.
that's it exactly.
Where you were saying with the away days against Georgia, 1 or 2 shitty 1-1 draws or 1-0 losses in our last World Cup campaign let us down.
Yeah.
So it will come down to 1 or 2 games where we have to grind it out.
Because I feel like our defensively we are strong. We have Shane Duffy, we have John Egan, we have Richard Keogh, the likes. That'll like they'll be. It's not easy. Like Shane Duffy's a pretty kind of proven centre back now with the Premier League, so it's gonna be an interesting one to see how it plays out. And I think the home game's gonna be crucial if we've any chance to get into the top 2. Do end it there, lads. Leave your score prediction for the Georgia game below. Make sure to like the video, share, and most importantly, subscribe.